All right, are we ready to get started?
Guess we can start. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, go for it. I don't have a lot on the agenda today. You have something?
Okay. Yeah, I have some things. That's the first one is mainly for Sage. Sage asked me to push my changes for the SSH orchestrator into a PR. I've pushed it into a branch so I can continue working on it. That's a PRC on just bootstrapping a cluster with a simple tool. Not very elaborate, just some basic Podman stuff. So I've pushed a PR 30.26.2. That makes completion is composable, which is a big thing, especially for the desktop, for the dashboard. Sorry, to kind of log ongoing things in the dashboard, so that the dashboard user cannot schedule 2 times the same thing, and that's required for working on it. Yeah, that's ready to review now. The Kubernetes events backport to Nautilus is kind of blocked because we have a tracker issue 41737. I don't know if anyone is looking at that.
That's related to Paul's
It's
events
related
module?
to Paul's Kubernetes events module. And if you want to have it in Nautilus, then it might make sense to fix that bug in master first.
And this only affects Nautilus?
Master. It's not yet there in Nautilus. But if we now backport it to Nautilus, then suddenly Nautilus will no longer or we are getting that trace back in Nautilus too, and I'm hesitant to do the backport before that thing is merged into master or fixed in master.
Yeah, so we should fix it in master and then backport both
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Have you already pinged Paul on that?
I don't know if he's actually getting mails from the tracker. He never did respond to any mails from the tracker. I don't know if he actually reads them or gets them. I don't know. So he's definitely assigned to it, but I haven't got any feedback from him.
Okay, this is issue 41737.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll poke him as well.
Thanks, Travis. Travis. 110?
Yeah, so Rook 110 is out. That went out on Thursday night or Friday morning, depending where you are in the world. So it's everything seems to be looking good so far. Of course, there's some issues I think we're finding that need to be fixed. I don't know that any of them are really burning or blocking issues, but probably later this week we'll plan a patch release for that. So as far as general orchestration issues or around manager modules, I'm not sure I have anything specific to bring up today. I don't know, maybe Juanmi or Seb, if you have anything in that area, or things I haven't caught up on yet this morning, bring up here.
No, in my case. I have started with a new issue. It's an old one. It's about the deletion of the pools, okay, and to set a reclaim policy for pools. and other. Let me check.
That's a GitHub issue that around deletion.
It's an old one that it was without activity for several months.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check. Two 06.
206. Yeah, 2206 is getting old.
Okay.
Let's see. Opened almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to follow your suggestion in the issue. That basically is to set a reclaim policy in that not in pools directly. It's in yes, in pool spec or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Mm.
Remind myself about that issue.
Yeah, removing pools is something that we should
Okay, and
try
set
to
this new
avoid if
property.
it's not. Yeah.
Sorry?
Deleting pools is something we should avoid if it's not really explicitly done by the user.
Okay.
Maybe the default policy should be to retain the pools.
Yeah.
I think we have there is a flag in Ceph to secure pool deletion, and I thought we were enabling it by default. I have to check this.
Rook might be
It's
overriding
enabled
it,
by
so
default.
Rook might be enabling it to always delete the pools if you delete the file system, should its pools be deleted? And if we do retain them, one thought is what happens when we create the file system again right after that? Pick up the same pools and work okay, or is there something that we would need before creating a new? Just anyway, something to look at while you're looking at that.
Okay. I think that I have tried to reproduce and to have clear where all the things are. Okay. And I think that probably for tomorrow I will put the pull request. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, that relates a bit to this one here. 2963. That's not about the file system, but object store. But it's a similar issue where where Rook creates pools or without the possibility to reuse existing pools, for example. So that actually does affect the orchestrator. In this case, it's about creating pools and not deleting pools. But yeah, if we have the open question of reusing existing pools, then we would basically solve that problem here too.
Yeah, like a year ago, I remember talking about this with John Spray, and I thought we had something that would allow, something like only manage daemons. Oh, so that is already in the file system.
Only manage daemons was never implemented.
Never implemented, okay.
No, it was never implemented, and I've discovered it by implementing the CRD validations. So it was in a spec, and it was discussed, but it was never implemented.
And what is that modification? You are talking about something similar, but for what kind of objects?
2936.
2936.
Yeah, this is where we're assuming someone creates pools and wants to manage the pools independently from Rook. They just want Rook
Yeah.
to start the daemons.
Yeah. Yeah. So the orchestrator basically needs a way to create pools, and then you just use Rook for managing the daemons without managing the pools itself, making it explicit that Rook manages also pools, basically.
Okay, and the problem is that we have the setting in the CRD, but it's not implemented the working behavior.
Yeah, it hasn't been implemented yet.
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can set up or raise a new issue with this problem if you want to fix this. I don't know. What is
Should we
the
just use?
priority with that?
So it's already in 2963, so we could just use that
Yeah.
issue, or there's a new issue.
Yeah, we could link them basically. Let's link them.
Okay. I will do.
Okay, that's all for Rook then.
Yep. There was one thing about the orchestrator QA. So Dan created new containers for for Ceph PRs. What's the state of the Rook CI? Is it going to be replaced by something different, or is the idea to keep the Rook CI and build something new based on a new framework? Or Trevor, do you have any plans for the future of the Rook CI?
Okay, that's a good question. So there's a short-term and a long-term goal here in my mind. The short-term goal is to update the old Jenkins instance that Rook is running, so like security patches and things. We haven't applied security patches or anything for a long time. So someone new at Red Hat, his name is Adam Crateman. He is working on that update existing instance short-term. And then in the long term, I think the goal is to, let's get the Rook CI to an automated place, really similar to the Ceph CI. We could run it on, in Ceph instances, on the Ceph hardware we already have. Automate it, back it up in the same way we do with Ceph CI already. And Seb I'm sure has a better picture of what that would look like. Just really starting to plan what that would look like.
Yes. I'm more interested in the long-term issue because that would also make it possible to test the orchestrator. Do you already have a framework in mind? I don't know. I think Adam also was working on a long-term direction, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, and there's someone from SUSE, I understand, was going to get involved with this as well, and Blaine was going to hook up Adam with them. I don't know if they've talked yet. That was, plan is to move that direction.
Okay. Might make sense to move the discussion upstream a bit. We have a testing upstream weekly where we can discuss the long-term Rook CI idea. Would
Right,
that be a good idea?
Greg?
With Greg,
Weekly
together with
meeting
Greg and maybe Dan.
Yeah, that would be a good place to discuss it. Adam is in Israel, so I'll have to check with him if he can make it to that time of the
Will be
weekly
a
test
bit
meeting.
late.
Might be 7 p.m., 6 or 7 p.m. there. I'll have to check.
But it might still work. The testing weekly, I think it's at 5 p.m. CET.
Okay, so maybe 6 p.m.
Might still work. Do we want to aim for this week or next week?
How about next week to make sure I have time to catch up with Adam? And
That sounds great. That's only 1 hour apart, so that works.
I guess it's the same time as this meeting.
Yeah. That's great. That's a great idea. Let's do it.
That's good.
That's all we have on the agenda.
Anything else anybody has? All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Have
a
a
good
good day.
day. Good week.
Yep.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.